mountains surrounding Magdalena, there is an important ore, one that would be extracted for decades by this headframe right here, designed by Alexander Eiffel, the same man who designed the Eiffel Tower. Sitting atop the Lady of the Mountain is this right here, Kelly, the ghost town.
We arrived to Kelly early in the morning, greeted by a cool mountain breeze. The headframe stood tall, overlooking the valley. After taking in the beautiful mountain scenery, we began our exploration.
Let's walk around the area for a bit, check this thing out. So the head frame is creaking, so that's good. And then if you look down here, look at that.
Just get a little closer.
Careful now.
Yeah.
You're the one with the keys.
Oh, that's true. You're gonna be stranded out here.
Yeah. This thing is pretty cool though.
Yeah. That is designed by France.
Are you ready for this? Deep test. That's pretty deep.
It's still falling.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I heard it hit.
Yeah?
Here, let's do it again.
Yeah, do it again.
Alright. Deep test part 2. Okay, that was bad.
Yeah.
I didn't throw it far enough. Deep test part 3. You can hear it hit multiple times.
Yeah.
But I think that last one was the bottom.
Yeah, I think so too.
How deep do you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe.
So we think that this is about 200 feet deep. So it goes down pretty far. So now we're heading over to the back side of the mine. What is it?
Oh, it's covered. Never mind. Thought it was an entrance. I mean, it was at one point, but it's covered.
Yeah. You ready to come down? Michael. So down there was an old mine entrance, but it's closed off once you go inside. And over there, if you look up there, is another tailing pile, and it looks like another head frame or something is just chilling there. I don't think it's really worth it to hike all the way up there to see whatever that is, but it's certainly part of the mine. You can see the tailing piles right next to it. Alright, well, on to this.
After serving in the Civil War, a man named John S. Hutchinson would arrive in the area in 1866. The first town in the valley was called Middle Camp, which served as a hub for many of the mines in the area. In the area, they found zinc, lead, and silver ore deposits. Hutchinson would eventually stake his claim, and he would sell one of those claims to a friend of his, Patrick H. Kelly. Kelly's last name was spelled Kelley, but due to a clerical error, it was spelled Kelly on the claim. He also owned a sawmill in the area. Logging was his primary focus, so when he failed to do an annual assessment of the mine in the 1870s, Hutchinson took over the claim. Ore would be smeltered on the site in large brick kilns. The two large pillars that still stand at the Kelly mine are the remains of the Tribolian smelter. Kelly would not be the only prospect in the area. Several other mines would open and eventually a town would form, being named Kelly after the most prosperous mine. In 1883, its post office would open, and the town would begin to grow. Several stores would open, and so would a bank. Later on, 2 schoolhouses would open, and so would a hotel and several saloons. In the early 20th century, a movie theater would open in the town as well. In 1883, the Billings smelter would open in Socorro, 25 miles east of Kelly. Hundreds of wagons would deliver ore to the smelter. In 1885, the Santa Fe Railway would complete a spur line to Magdalena, which was only 3 miles from Kelly. At its peak, Kelly had 3,000 residents. This is what the Kelly mine looked like in the year 1916. Kelly would thrive until the mid-20th century. And like all mining towns, its success wouldn't last forever.
It's a pretty cool little structure.
Careful, there's a lot of rebar sticking up from the ground.
Yeah, I see it. So we have this cool little area here. Wow, look at this. That is so cool. We are going to now descend down the mountain. There's more ruins further down the road that leads up here. So this is a bunch of ruins that are right next to the headframe. You can see the headframe right there through the trees. There's more foundation right there on the other side of the road. And there are still flies over here. Look at that. And if you look over there, down the road, you can see a church. There is a church here. This Kelly has a population of 2 people. Fascinating.
In 1887, a woman named Annie Bishop would break into the local physician's office. She would steal clothing that would belong to the physician's wife. Days later, she would be found wearing it. She admitted to her crimes, but would commit suicide shortly after. Her husband, Benjamin Bishop, who was a miner, would do the same. In 1904, Kelly was sold to the Tribolian Mining and Smelting Company. It would later become owned by the Empire Zinc Company. Most of the shafts would become closed, except for the trailer shaft, which provided the main access into the mine. The Kelly mine would be mostly idle during the 1920s. After the Great Depression, the mine would be largely abandoned. It would see some use during World War II, but by 1947, its last residents would move out. Now, all that remains is a monument, a reminder to all the hard work and labor that went into mining the Lady of the Mountain. Kelly was resettled in 2012. It currently stands at a population of 2 people. The Kelly mine and the town that used to stand around it are an important part of New Mexico's cultural history. The people and miners of Kelly will never be forgotten.
She keeps it locked up in her pale heart. Wait for it. It's tired and it's true. Wait for it. It's all she ever knew. She dreams in blue. She dreams in blue. Wait for it. It's all she ever knew.
What are you talking about?
Just get the floor through here. It's fine.
I don't know. Seems kind of dangerous. Well, you know what? You know what they say, ladies first. So.
All right. Okay, mister. I want to go to war zones and document.